So today's tip is just a couple of little tricks using guides and rulers in InDesign. And I wanted to look at some shortcuts in particular that you can use here. Now, when you drag a guide onto the page from one of the rulers like so, you'll notice at the top left of the screen there, you can see a little number that's changing as I drag across the page. And that is effectively the X coordinates for this guide and wherever I drop it. And they can be quite specific numbers. So, 57.333, for example. And I'd rather see that just going up 1 mil at a time. So if I want to see it 1 millimetre at a time, just hold the shift key down as you drag it. And you're now rounding it up to the nearest millimetre. So I can put it at, for example, down here at exactly 40. And it's quite easy to do that. So that's one little trick for using those. Another little trick you might find is you drag the guide out and then you've maybe just forgotten that you didn't want a vertical guide, you wanted a horizontal guide or vice versa. Just rather than start again, hold down the Alt key and that will let you reverse that guide and go from vertical to horizontal or vice versa. So it's just a nice, quick, easy way of doing that. So that's another useful one that you might find handy. One final one is if you want to put horizontal and vertical guides on there together, then drag out from the top corner here, but hold the Control key. And when you hold the Control key, you'll be able to put horizontal and vertical guides on there together. You can do that in conjunction with the Shift key, for example, so I can put that guide on. If I've got a steady hand, I can put it on at 50 and 50 in both places, and let go, and it pops the guides on there at 50 and 50, so that both of those guides are at 50 mil and 50 mil. Now, one thing to watch out for when you do that, dragging it out with a Control or Command key on the Mac does that and is absolutely fine, but if you drag it out by accident and don't, just check out what happens to the 0 point here. And you'll notice the 0 point is the top left-hand corner at the moment, but if I drag that onto the page and forget to hold down Control or Command, I've reset my 0 point to the middle of the page here. So it's now counting from zeros being here. To reset that, what I'm going to have to do is go back up here. I'm going to have to double-click on the origin point up here, and it'll reset that back. So if you drag it out there, you reset the 0 point, just double click there and it sets it back if you do that by accident. So hopefully that's all a little bit of help there.